Baby back to school ribs on the Ninja wood fire outdoor grill. Hey, welcome back to Smokin and Drinkin. I'm Mike. We are back at the lake. It's getting close to the end of the season. It's almost Labor Day. And so today we are going to make baby back to school ribs. All right, got our baby back ribs here. I don't have an appropriately sized pan. Sometimes we have to improvise. That's okay. It's not going to be in the pan long. Just put that over here. All right. We've got a pretty nice little rack here. It's kind of a small rack, but there's just a few of us out at the lake today. So we're going to get this membrane off of here first of all. And can be a little tricky. Best way I found is take your butter knife, grab the corner to get it started. Grab as much of it as you can there. And then take just a paper towel, get a hold of it, because it is slippery. And then just pull. And if you're lucky, it just comes right off like you're peeling a banana. We got pretty lucky here. Most of it, there's a little flap here we're just going to cut off anyway. It's probably just going to end up getting burned. All right. You know, we're doing this on our Ninja wood fire outdoor grill. One rack, even a small one, is not going to fit on there like this. So we're going to cut it in half. And then it'll fit in our pan real nice. So we're just going to figure out about where half is. I'm going to guess right there next to that bone. Just going to cut it right down the middle. It's probably not the most appropriate knife, but it'll work. All right, okay, that's almost perfect. Now, we are going to just add our rub. I'm not going to put a binder on there. They're plenty juicy. It's hot. They're going to sweat. We're going to use my homemade Smokin and Drinkin rib rub. And we're just going to give it a liberal spread of the rib rub. Get the edges. Pat that in a little bit. And we flip them over. And then we get the other side. Just want to get a liberal coating. Making sure to get all your ends. This is a little bit of a sweet rub. Okay, so we're going to let that sit for a little while. Let the seasoning soak in, and we'll get our Ninja wood fire grill going. We're going to be using maple pellets, and so we will put that on smoker. We're going to go an hour. I'm going to bump that up to 1 hour. We're going to put the temp down to about 200 for starters. And put it at 200, let it go for an hour on smoke, and hold down the smoke button. Get the smoke going, and then we'll hit start, and it'll show ignite. We'll wait for those pellets to get lit, and for our rib rub to soak in, and we'll be back in just a second. All right, we got the smoke going on our Ninja. We just need to get our ribs on there, and then we'll just close it up, let it go for an hour, and then we'll be back to check on them, check the temp. We want to get them up to about 165. If we get them there, then we're going to take them off, add a glaze, and then we'll wrap them in tin foil. We'll let them go another hour. So we'll check back in a minute. Okay, our ribs have been going about 50 minutes. Let's open her up and get a temp check here. At about 163. Try not to hit a bone. Yeah, about 150. I must have been on a bone there. About 155. So we're going to let it go another 10, 15 minutes. We want to get it up to 165 at least. So I did step it up to 250 degrees Fahrenheit at about 30 minutes. And then when we hit 165 on internal temp, we'll step it up to 350. We'll get our ribs in some wrap with some brown sugar and some more Smokin and Drinkin rib rub and a little bit of honey hot barbecue sauce. So we'll check back in. It'll be 10 minutes for me, just a second for you. All right, it's been another 10 minutes or so. Let's get another temp check here. We are at 164. I think that's probably pretty darn close. We're gonna go ahead and get them off, and I'm gonna close that up for a second. I'm gonna get our glaze on in our foil wrap. We're gonna do some butter and some more Smokin and Drinkin rib rub and a little bit of our Kinder's barbecue sauce, honey hot, and some brown sugar. So let's get started here with some brown sugar on. Just put a nice layer down. Just a little bit of brown sugar on the bottom. Nice little layer there. And we get a few pats of butter on there, 3 or 4. Okay. A little bit of our, oh yeah, a little bit of the sauce on the bottom here. And then let's get one of these racks on there. And put it meat side down. A little more brown sugar on the back side. This is going to make a nice barbecue glaze on there. A few more pats of butter. A little bit more honey hot. It's not super spicy. It's not going to burn your tongue at all. And then we just want to get our, I think I made these foil boats just a little bit too small. We may have to double wrap them. Yep. You don't want any of that. You want to wrap them pretty tight. Yeah, that might work. That'll work. We'll keep it all in there. And then we just get that one back on the Traeger while we prepare the next one. Get our butter down. Let's do our brown sugar first. Nice little layer of brown sugar. I like to use dark brown sugar. You can use light brown if you want. I think the dark brown gives it a little more of that molasses flavor that I like. All right, get our butter on there. Then we get our second rack. Oh boy, those smell so good. Meat side down. Did I forget my honey hot? Yeah, I did. Want to get our honey hot sauce down there. Okay. Then we get a little more brown sugar on the back side again. Oh, that's going to be kind of a big clump. Okay. And our butter. A few more pats. Well, might as well use it all. Okay. Hit it one more time with the honey hot. And you know what? I forgot to do this on the other one. It's all right. I had a pretty liberal helping on the other one, but on this one, had a pretty liberal helping when I started. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's get these wrapped up as tight as we can so we don't lose any of that juiciness. Could have been a little bigger, but we're going to let her go with that. Get that back on there. And we're going to go another hour. Get this at 1 hour. And we're going to step it up to 350. And we'll check back in about 30 minutes, do a temp check, but check in a minute. All right, I've been going another 40 minutes. Let's give them a temp check, see where they're at. I want to hit a bone. We're at 208 on that one. 210, so they are done. We need to get them off and unwrapped and see how they look. Oh boy. Nice. Got some pull back on the bones. That's good. Let's see how this one looks. Yeah, those are nice. All right. I think those are done. All right, we'll get those out of the tin foil and onto the cutting board here. Had to use my camper cutting board. My other one was tied up with another dish. Made on the Ninja earlier, we made pineapple upside down cake. And that is on my other cutting board. So that is awesome. You'll have to check that video out as well. All right, let's get this here. Try not to lose all this good juice. Set that just over here. You know what? I think what we want to do is get these back on the grill and just let that, it's a nice glaze. I don't think I need to add any more barbecue. We'll put those back on the grill for about 5 or 10 minutes and just let them tack up a little bit. We're going to put the the Ninja back on air crisp. It says 20 minutes. That's okay. We'll probably won't leave them on that long. Probably leave them on about 5 or 10 minutes, just enough to tack up that sauce and make it a little bit sticky. All right, we'll give that a start. You hold the button down. You can skip the preheat. We don't need to preheat because it is hot. It says add food. We've got the food in there. All right, we'll just let that tack up for a few minutes. It's been about 8 minutes or so, 9 minutes. Let's see how we're doing. Oh yeah, they are ready to go. So let's just turn that off. We are done with that. Let's pull these babies off. Oh, aren't those pretty? I think that is nice. All right. Let's cut into these ribs and see how they are. They smell awesome. I've said it many times. Someone needs to invent smell-o-vision. I've made ribs on my Traeger pellet grill, and traditional 3-2-1 method, and that takes 6 hours. This took about 2, and on the Ninja it cooks a little differently. So you want to modify your times. If you're used to doing your ribs on a smoker, a pellet smoker or a wood smoker, you want to modify your times for the Ninja wood fire grill. It does cook faster and a little hotter. So I can't wait. I got to try one of these. Let's try this little guy right here. Mm. Mm. It does not fall off the bone. It is bite off the bone. But that honey hot sauce with that Smokin' and Drinkin' rib rub, there's a little bit of a sweet flavor to it, a little bit of hot. That is awesome. That is totally awesome. All right, so that's it for Smokin' and Drinkin'. Thanks for joining me and enjoying this cook on these baby back to school ribs. And as always, Prost.